Greetings, everyone, and welcome to this episode of Chats and Charts. Today, we are going to be looking at the chart for C3.ai, and its symbol is AI. And the reason why we're going to be looking at that is because this is not necessarily a stock that I would recommend. But I know that a lot of people have purchased this chart just because the symbol is AI. And they do have some AI related products, and they just released a one of their products onto the Google Cloud platform. They do integrated AI for large scale enterprise type stuff. And so, yeah, let's take a look. As we can see here, well, actually, let's zoom out first. Let's zoom out and look at the overall this overall chart. This company was founded in 2009, and they went public around 2019, I believe. And from there, we can see that they have steadily gone downhill. Their highest all-time high is $183 per share, and their low so far is $10 a share, $10.16 per share. Now, some people that I have been in some chat groups with some people who have touted this stock for short-term gains and stuff. And they're pumping, kind of dump thing that sometimes people do with stocks. I know that this stock has been a part of that. They've used this stock as in that way. So, but it has been going steadily down. If we look at the technical analysis, for a long time now, it looks like it may have hit its bottom at the $10.16, which was back in December, and it has been coming back up. So where do we see it going further? I mean, I see it going back up because with all the hype around AI, I don't really see it taking a huge nosedive unless like the whole market tanks. And then it'll probably, it'll follow the market. But, and you can see here that we have an increase in volume. All right. And it also appears as if we have a bullish head and shoulders. So let's go ahead and mark that out here. There's the head, and then there's the shoulder. Then the right neckline, and then there's the shoulder. So then we're looking for this over here. All right. So we have our head and shoulder marked out on our chart. And what other things do we want to look for on this chart? Actually, we're going to go ahead and take the head and shoulders off so that we can more easily see the rest of the chart. So here, let's use our Fibonacci tool, because actually before we get to the Fibonacci tool, let's do a little basic stuff, because I like to use naked analysis, naked charts pretty much. But if we look here, we draw a line here, and this line represents previous resistance and over here, And then once again, we have more resistance over here. So in order to, for this, this chart has to, the price action has to be able to break through this barrier. So if we can see it break through this barrier, then it's headed, further up. And also, if we go back and we put the, let's go back and put the head and shoulders back on, because that will, okay. So now, the way that you trade a head and shoulders is that you want the price action to move past the neckline. And this is the neckline here, right? So if the price moves past the neckline, then that's how a lot of people enter in on a head and shoulders. But that's that trade. But we don't have to trade it like that. There are other trading options. So let's go over here to the Fibonacci tool. And with the Fibonacci tool, with the Fibonacci tool, you start at the top. And then you pull it down to the bottom here. Actually, the Fibonacci tool, the Fibonacci's, I haven't really explained this, but you're looking for a fractal point. And what a fractal point means in technical analysis is where you have this is a fractal because you have two candlesticks to the left that are have higher lows, and you have two candlesticks to the right that have higher lows. So this is the lowest low, and that's a fractal. Just like up here, you have two candlesticks to the left that have lower highs, and then you have two candlesticks to the right that have lower highs. So that's, you go from the top, from the bottom, well, when you draw the Fibonacci, you go from the top fractal to the bottom fractal. All right. So then what this does is the price action comes down, and you want to find the next fractal, which is here. And this fractal, if you notice, it's between this over here, this scale over here is a gauge of percentages. So this is 100%. It gauges the retracement of the price action. So the price action comes down. This is 78%, 61%, and it dips into just past the 50%. Now, with the 50%, when it hits the 50%, and as far down as it goes, it also has a bearing on the expectation of how far up it will go. All right. So at this one, it hit 50%, and then it popped back up, went above the 100%. And so technically, if we're looking at fractals, we would move this fractal has completed, and so we would move it over to the next fractal, which is actually, let's undo that. We would move it over to this fractal, but because if we look here, we can see that it popped up and it hit this resistance, and then we had this engulfing bearish candle here. They came down and it went past the previous fractal, the previous low. So it created a new low. And so because of that, this is the high, this is the new low. So we would move this fractal, we'll get rid of this fractal here. And we draw a new fractal from here to here. And if you're still confused about the fractals, then I recommend that you could, I'm going to be going more detail in about these indicators in my course, Mastering Technical Analysis with TradingView, and I'll put the link in the description. But from here, we can see that it goes down to 0.382. It goes, but it does not go further. All right. So when it hits 38% and it goes past 38%, we expect the rebound to go up past 100%, and we expect it to go to here approximately. So if I were to put in my trade, you know, I'd say, okay, this, and if I'm trading a Fibonacci, this is what I would be doing, is I'd take my trend line, I put it here, and after it broke and it came down, it closed above this trend line, that's when I would enter, right? And then I'd set my exit for up here. Now, I'd set my exit for somewhere around here, to be honest, because I'd be conservative, because once again, we have previous support around the $43.80 mark here. And so that previous support is going to be future resistance. So I would set my trade to exit probably, I'd say around here, around $40. That's where I would set my exit if I were getting in now, or if I was already in, like say if I bought in earlier this year due to all the AI hype and stuff and such. I'd set my exit right at around $40. And that's what the AI chart looks like for today. Thank you for joining me for Chats and Charts, Charts and Chats. And I hope to see everybody soon. And if you have any questions, make sure that you contact me, and make sure that you also like this video and subscribe so that you can get more videos like this. And if you're interested in learning how to do technical analysis on your own, then feel free to check out my course. All right. Peace. Deuces.